Hello everyone, my name is Jared Allen. I am the Vice President of PMI Riverside. We're a professional property management company that currently oversees about $40 million worth of rental property in Riverside, California. In today's video, I'm going to talk about California Civil Code Section 1950.5 as well as the recent addition of Assembly Bill 12. These are the security deposit laws that you need to know if you want to be a successful landlord in Riverside. So, the thing that we're kind of focusing on here today is how long you have until you need to return the tenant's security deposit. I recently spoke to a landlord that actually failed to return that security deposit in their allotted time, and they're probably going to get sued, okay? And that's something that not a lot of people I'm going to wish that upon. Really, I don't wish that upon anyone, because trust me, it really sucks. So, what is California Civil Code Section 1950.5? Well, it's a very long legislature that talks in depth about what landlords must do with security deposits. So, the legislature itself, will be linked down below because it is very long. I don't want to take up all of my time going through every little thing, and I just kind of highly recommend that you read through it and understand what it's telling you. I can't be the one to do that for you. Anyways, landlords in Riverside must return unused deposits within 21 days of the tenant vacating the home, which is no earlier than lease termination notice or 60 days before the fixed term ends. You also need to send an itemized statement by hand, first-class mail, plus the balance of the security deposit. If you and the tenant both agree, you can send the itemized statement by email instead. The itemized statement must include all labor done in the property that was not normal wear and tear. You must include descriptions, hours, hourly rates. If it's third-party work, such as hiring a contractor or a handyman, you have to include their invoice or their receipt, plus their contact info. You also have to include materials/supplies used, which is usually included in the vendor's price proof or invoice. And you have to also include photos of damage/cleaning, as well as written cost explanations. If you are still waiting on bills to be sent to you, it will take longer than the actual 21 days that you have. You can include what is known as a good faith estimate and follow up with receipts within 14 days of the work's completion. Whew. So, now that you know how long you have until you need to return a security deposit, let's talk about how much you can actually charge for security deposit, okay? Assembly Bill 12, better known as AB 12, a lot shorter of a name here, was recently put into effect on July 1st of 2024. What it does is cap security deposits at 1 month's rent. Now, if you are a, quote, small-scale landlord, which is defined as a landlord whom is a natural person or all-natural member LLC that owns less than or equal to 2 properties with a maximum of 4 units, your limit is actually 2 months' rent. Now, if you are not included in that, your limit is 1 month's rent. That doesn't matter if it's furnished or unfurnished. This is something that changed the way people went about landlording. So let's just talk about how you can stay compliant with both of these laws and every law that California has, okay? There are 5 ways for you to stay compliant. First, you need to research laws regularly. I highly recommend you research as many laws as possible and you subscribe to landlord updates and even attend quarterly webinars. I'm sure there are some out there. Second, I would consult with a real estate attorney. Make sure you have them clarify the rules of deduction. Make sure you are eligible for the exemption of AB 12, and then ask them about custom lease clauses. And you can also ask them about local ordinances or any laws that you need to understand further. Third, make sure that you use some sort of compliance checklist. This is really important for people who are new landlords that maybe don't understand all of the processes and hoops you just have to jump through. So in this checklist, make sure you track deadlines, things like quarterly audits, lease form reviews, and inspections. Fourth, make sure to always communicate clearly with tenants. I highly recommend you explain to them deposit caps, your move-out process, California's required move-out process, what normal wear and tear looks like, and then share written checklists and reminders. What we do with our tenants is we conduct a pre-move-out inspection where we walk through the property with them and let them know everything they need to do in order to get their full security deposit back. And last but not least, I highly recommend you look into hiring a property management company. And no, this is not me self-plugging. In fact, I don't even want you to hire us. I want you to hire the company that is best suited for your needs. Okay? The myth that property management companies are not worth the cost is completely false, folks. I promise you that the stress you have now will be reduced tenfold if you hire the right property manager. Now, as for what a property management company does, I'm just kind of going to give you the quick rundown and the list of what we do so you can understand the services that most companies will provide. Okay? So, we provide property marketing, tenant screening, rent collection, property maintenance, accounting, and financial reporting. We help mitigate evictions, conduct property inspections, and ensure legal compliance. That's 8 things, okay? Now, the last thing that I will say on this is if you are someone that wants to hold your property for a long time, you are a buy and hold investor, partnering with a property management company would not only help you reduce stress, it would maximize profits on your rental property. And it would also help you increase your portfolio. So, let's just get a quick recap here, okay? If you are proactive in compliance, you will protect yourself against lawsuits, build trust with tenants, which can increase retention and also help preserve your Riverside rental property. Now, that's all I have for you guys today. If you need further resources to expand your knowledge about being a landlord in Riverside, please go to our website, pmiriverside.com, and click on our blog sections. I have tons and tons of content there for you guys to go through, and if you need further assistance, you can also book a free consultation with me using my Calendly link in the description below. But other than that, have a blessed rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.